If you only have 2 days in York, England, it's very easy to waste time on the wrong things because this city is packed with Roman ruins, Viking history, medieval streets, museums, and iconic landmarks. But not everything here is worth your limited time. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to spend 2 days in York, including the places that are absolutely worth visiting, the ones you can skip, and a few spots that completely surprised me. Before we start, one quick thing that helped me a lot: most of the major attractions in York charge for entry, including museums. So I use something called the Visit York Pass, which bundles a lot of those attractions together for one discounted price. If you're interested, I'll pop the QR code on screen for you to check out. Now, most people arrive in York by train, and if you're coming from somewhere like London or Edinburgh like I was, the journey itself is pretty easy and picturesque. But the moment you walk out of the station and cross the river, you'll notice something immediately. York feels completely different from most cities in England because the entire historic centre is still surrounded by medieval walls. And once you walk through them, it feels like stepping into another century. One of the first things I recommend doing is walking part of the York City walls. These walls date back to Roman times, but most of what you see today was built during the medieval period. The full circuit is around 3.4 kilometres, but you don't need to walk the entire thing. Even just walking a short section gives you some of the best views the city has to offer, including York Minster rising above the rooftops. And the best part, it's completely free. From the walls, it's impossible to miss the most famous landmark in York, York Minster. This is one of the largest Gothic cathedrals in Northern Europe, and it has been dominating the skyline here for centuries. Now, here's the honest take. Seeing it from the outside is incredible. The architecture is stunning, and the square around it is one of the most impressive places in the city. Going inside costs around £20, which some people feel is worth it, especially if you're interested in medieval architecture or religious history. But if you're short on time or budget, I'd say the exterior alone is still absolutely worth visiting. From York Minster, it's only a few minutes walk to one of the most famous streets in England, the Shambles. This narrow medieval street dates back to the 14th century and used to be home to York's butcher shops. Today, it's lined with crooked timber buildings that lean so close together they almost touch. It's one of the most photographed places in York, and yes, it does get busy. So if you want the best experience, try to visit earlier or later in the day before the crowds really build. This is where things start to get really interesting, because just a short walk away is York Castle Museum, and this ended up being one of the biggest surprises of the entire trip for me. From the outside, it looks like a normal museum, but inside is something completely different. There's a full recreation of a Victorian street, complete with shops, sounds, and lighting that makes it feel like you've stepped back in time. You can walk through old homes, see everyday objects from different centuries, and really get a sense of how people lived here. Entry is about £18, or it's included with the Visit York Pass. And honestly, if you're deciding between museums in York, this is one I would absolutely prioritize. After that, I recommend just slowing down and exploring the historic streets around the centre. York is one of those cities that's best experienced simply walking around. You'll find hidden alleys, historic pubs, and small independent shops everywhere. And by evening, the city just feels much more calm and more atmospheric than it does during the busy daytime hours. Day 2 starts with another place I almost skipped: Fairfax House. From the outside, it looks like a fairly normal Georgian townhouse, but inside is one of the best preserved Georgian interiors in Britain. Every room is filled with original furniture, elaborate decorations, and incredibly detailed craftsmanship. Walking through it feels less like visiting a museum and more like stepping into an aristocratic home from the 1700s. Entry is about £8.50, or included with the Visit York Pass. And if you enjoy history or architecture, this is one of those places that feels far more impressive than you expect. Next is one of York's most famous attractions, the Jorvik Viking Centre. York used to be a major Viking city called Jorvik, and this attraction recreates what life was like here over 1,000 years ago. This experience starts with a ride through a reconstructed Viking settlement, where you see homes, markets, and daily life scenes. It's definitely a unique attraction, and it's particularly popular with families. Tickets are about £17.50, or you can get it included with the Visit York Pass. If you want one of the best views in York, head over to Clifford's Tower. This hilltop tower is all that remains of York Castle and has been part of the city history for nearly 1,000 1,000 years. Climbing to the top gives you a 360-degree view across the historic centre. Entry is £10, or you can get it included with the York Pass. Before leaving York, take some time to simply wander around the medieval streets and small passageways known as Snickleways. This is where York really shines, because almost everywhere you walk, you'll stumble across something historic, whether it's an old church, a hidden courtyard, or a building that's been standing here for centuries. Now that you know how to spend 2 days in York, England, you're gonna need to know how to plan the rest of your trip, because where you stay, what you eat, and which attractions you choose can completely change the experience, which we'll show you in this York travel guide playlist right here.